Australia faces the Netherlands for bronze here in Berlin.
For the Recurve men bronze medal match.
Meine Damen und Herren, bitte heißen Sie die Athleten für das Einzel-Bronzefinale der Recurve Herren willkommen.
On target number 1, representing Australia.
Auf Scheibe Nummer 1 aus Australien.
Taylor Worth. On target number 2, representing the Netherlands.
Auf Scheibe Nummer 2 aus den Niederlanden.
Steve Wijler. The line judge for this match is...
Die Kampfrichterin für dieses Match ist...
Celine Gravel.
Please get ready, officers. So Wijler, you shoot first.
Shooting first.
Where's your shoot second? Are you ready?
Well, there we have it. The line judge calling
Wijler?
Steve Wijler
Are you
will
ready?
shoot first here for the bronze. The Dutchman on target 2 has scored enough points already to qualify for the finale in Samsung. So all the pressure is on the Australian, because if he gets the bronze medal, he will gain enough points to leapfrog Thomas Giraud of France and book his place in Samsung. But
I'd like for them to
shooting
win
first.
both.
Blijf bewegen. Mooie jongen, 10.
But it's the voice of Chef Van der Berg here, Steve Wijler's teammate. Chef, are you going to be impartial here, given that your teammate Steve has already qualified for Samsung?
I would like to be, but I would have to say that I give Steve the edge over who gets my favor.
Well, it's a couple of 10s to start, and another arrow going high here, Chef. We've seen that a bit this afternoon, haven't we?
Yeah. Frankly, I don't have an explanation for it. And neither does Taylor, as it seems.
Great shooting there.
Kom maar op. Mooie. 9,5 hoog. Dat is een mooi schot.
Oh, just out of the 10, but 29. Yeah, but 29 is enough to take the first 2 set points here. Target set points of 6 to win the match, and you'd think that there was nothing at stake here. Taylor Worth looking so relaxed and shooting so calmly, Chef.
Yeah, and actually, I think he told me this week that there's no one from, or I think it was in Salt Lake that he told me, but there's no one from Australia yet to win an individual medal on a World Cup. So it's not only the World Cup final that's at stake, it's also the first Australian person to win an individual World Cup medal in the recurve event, I think.
Yeah, and there is Giraud there, sitting in the crowd watching on with bated breath, waving there to the camera.
Yeah.
He knows.
BJ must know what he's going through, since he had the same situation yesterday.
Of course, yeah. Deloche there with...
so maybe giving him a little bit of mental support.
Yeah. Big outcome here. But Taylor Worth has this in his hands. Steve Wijler trailing, will shoot first in the second set, though.
Blijf bewegen.
It's a good strong shot. I'm just not sure if it went off where he wanted it to went off, or go off.
Another good start from Taylor Worth.
Taylor took a break after the Olympics, and he started off shooting with very low poundage when he got back to the international circuit. That's a good thing. I think he's still shooting a lower poundage than he was at the games, but it seems to be working really well for him, and he's very in control with his shooting at the moment.
Balans pakken en gaan. Netjes, jongen.
2 fantastic arrows from Wijler to finish the set on 29 points. Another 10 from Worth, and he'll get another 2 points. And the perfect score we've been waiting for. has come, and it's from the Australian. He's taken the second set and now leads by 4 set points to 0. Target score to win the match is 6, and he is in the driving seat.
He is, definitely. And I recognize the situation. I've shot against Taylor this week myself, and I've also lost sets with 29, so he's in really good shape. So
he's in great form, and that set is proof of it. As we look down that 70-meter range, there's the first 10, a good sighter for the next 2 arrows as it played out. And the grouping, all important, consistency, all inside that center ring. You can't beat that. Shiro, well, will he have any nails left? He seems to be taking it graciously, but crikey, I bet the pressure's really on there. Good start from Wijler. Now, he, to some extent, is shooting with. He can be fairly relaxed because he knows that he's going to Samson, but clearly there's a medal at stake here.
Yeah, very much so, and he really is a fighter. So I think he will want the medal just as much as Taylor will want it.
Kom maar op. Netjes jongen. Mooi tempo, Steve. Goed.
Beautiful 10.
So, Chef, teammates with Steve, he seems to lean over a little bit more than other archers. Is that something to do with his technique? Does it prefer that position?
Well, it works for him to say it first off. He leans forward to create some room between the string and his chest, so that doesn't interfere. Ooh.
I'll drop him one to the left there. So
it didn't matter in the set, but
yeah, Wijler getting the perfect score to match Taylor Worth and apply the pressure and score his first 2 points. But just going back to that lean.
Yeah, the lean is also something to engage an aggressive style of shooting. So if you lean more forward, like Steve does, your shot will go out more aggressive in most cases, which helps Steve in his match play mostly.
As we can see here, those 3 10s with the other arrows from high, and just that one sneaking up high, and like we've seen a few going high.
I think it's just human fault. I don't think there's something like wind or something that makes him do that. So I think it's mostly just pressure.
Well, 6 10s there for Wijler, and we will see that lean, and as Chef van der Berg, his teammate here in the commentary box, says, trying to create a bit of distance between the arrow and the chest.
The string and the chest protector, rather.
Blijf bewegen.
9.
9,5
Not a bad shot, but Taylor's been doing really well. So.
Oh, that's a real beauty there.
En op het midden, hè.
Very good, Tyler.
Blijf bewegen. Mooi, niks jongen.
A little bit of body language there, but
I would have suggested less than a 10, but it was a 10. Pressure back on Taylor Worth.
Pak je balans.
Beautiful.
just out.
Druk erop.
That might be the break that Steve needs.
Blijf bewegen.
Well, all the pressure on Taylor Worth here. He has to get a perfect score, otherwise Steve Wijler will draw level on set points. And he does get a 10, so the 2 set points are shared between Worth and Wijler, and Worth is very much in control of his own destiny here. 5 points to 3 up. And, well, Chef, what's going to be going through your teammate's mind right now?
I wish I knew what went to Steve's mind at times, so I could understand better what to say to him in certain situations, but he seems to just always want to win, no matter what the situation is, so I think it's no different here.
Yeah, well, he's going to be thinking hard, and Taylor Worth really has his destiny in his own hands, and along with it, that man there, Thomas Charou, who will miss out on Samsung if Wirth wins here in Berlin.
Doe het maar.
It must be so difficult to handle this when you have no control over your fate. Steve Wijler will want the bronze here. He'll shoot first in the 5th and final set.
Not a good shot, but he makes it work.
That's twice in a row. It looked like he's going to get a 6, and then we look down to the target, and it's another 10.
Yeah, it's a Dutch thing.
Blik 9, Norik.
Balans
Finish the
en druk erop.
One more try.
I'm getting really sweaty hands right now.
Blijf bewegen.
9.
9,5
Not a
niks.
bad shot, but it doesn't force Taylor to shoot. Amazing. Which he does.
Level pegging here.
Druk erop.
It's all on this. You fancy Wijler for a 10 here.
Blijf bewegen. Go aan. 9,5.
Oh, he's got a 9. So Taylor Wirth
Only needs to
gets,
hit the gold.
well, if he gets a 9, then he draws level on points and gets 1 set point for the win. Anything less, and we'll go to a tiebreaker. And he's got the 9, and Taylor Wirth, arms out, showing emotion, perhaps for the first time here in this bronze medal match. He did enough to get the extra point in that 5th set and win the bronze medal here in Berlin, 6 points to 4 over Steve Wijler of the Netherlands. And with that, he leapfrogs Thomas Scharu in the World Cup rankings and books his place in Samsung, and as Chef van der Berg says, gets Australia's first ever World Cup medal
Yeah, I'm not
in
sure
individual recurve.